This week we're back in full... Try it again. This week we're back in full force on the stone house renovation, and after months of working to restore the roof, in the next few days we're going to see the biggest transformation of the project so far. So Ricky's just getting all the tile battens prepped and ready for the back. Are you going to do them all in one go, or are you doing it bit by bit?
No, I'm doing all of them in one go just so I can get everything cut, and then hopefully we can whiz them up on the back pretty quickly, and then ready for tiles. You excited?
So excited.
That sounded so sarcastic.
No, I'm very, very excited.
My motivation right now to press on and get this done is probably the highest it's been on this whole project, because this building has been roofless and exposed to the elements for longer than I'd care for, to be honest. We never expected it to be roofless for this long, but you know, we had awful rain that was unexpected, like just before the summer. Then the concrete ring beam then ended up being much more of a labour of love than either of us wanted. So being at the point now where we're this close to the tiles going on, it's definitely given me a kick up the caboose to just get all these battens on as quick as possible so we can get the tiles down.
That's not how you use that tool. How exciting. Ricky has just run off to speak to our neighbour because I think he's come to deliver us our olive oil. If you're wondering what I'm on about and you didn't see last week's video, we actually picked all 88 of our olive trees and we're working with our neighbour to get those olives pressed into lovely olive oil. What is that?
Right, no olive oil, unfortunately, but good news, they've been dropped off. We have the weight. Let me just cover our details. You ready? Drum roll, please.
I've got no hands free.
Okay, so we have, see that? 563 kilograms. So that's our share. That's not in total,
Okay.
That's our share of it.
That's not
I'm
bad.
happy with that.
Does it tell you how many litres that equates to?
No, I think we're only going to find that out when we actually go to collect it. Unfortunately, we've got a bit of a delay. We can't pick it up until nearly middle of December.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, I know. I was speaking to one of our neighbours the other day, and she was basically saying they couldn't get an appointment at the Lagar, the press, because the machine wasn't working. It's like basically last week they completely shut down. So I think there's now a massive backlog, but
It's coming.
It's coming. Olive oil's coming. Olive oil's coming.
Always olive oil. Don't sue us. I wanted to have an idea of how many litres we were getting because it can vary tremendously. Sometimes you only need about 5 kilos of olives to get a litre of oil, and then other times you might need 10. So by my calculations, we're getting somewhere between 60 and 120 litres of olive oil.
I mean, we only consume about, what, a litre a month, so 12 litres a year?
Yeah.
So we're going to be drowning in this stuff. I think we're going to have to start lathering ourselves up all over our skin.
Speak for yourself.
You ready to shift some more tiles again?
I am actually. Onto their final resting place at last. these tiles is no joke. Each tile's about 4 kilos or about 8.5 pounds. So these packs have got 6 tiles in them. So that equates, if my maths is correct, to about £50 per pack. And we've got quite a few of them to get on this roof today. Hot stuff.
Indeed. I am as wet as an otter's pocket.
That's a new one on me.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. The final tiles.
Oh, I missed my cue, sorry.
Oh, thanks for the help today. You did a very good job getting all those tiles up on the scaffold.
I know I did.
Modest.
I'm ready for a glass of wine, that's for sure. But instead, I'm going to take Ted to the vets because he needs his annual vaccinations. The wine will be waiting when I get home. It better be.
It will be. Winter is definitely coming in fast. Today's the first frost we've had of the season, and within the last week we've pretty much lost 3/4 of all the leaves on the trees, so it really is coming in quickly. But anyway, back onto the project because it's a big day today. Now that we have the tiles up on the roof, we can get them laid. You limbering up?
Yeah, getting the old shoulders going. A bit achy after yesterday and lifting them up. A quick dunk in the old plunge pool would wake us up, I think.
Not a chance. I know you. I could not pay you to get in there right now.
No way, Jose. What are you doing up there?
I am just shuffling these back. Now we've got the first row out, we can see the overhang on either side and we want to get it equal on either side. So I'm just having to shunt all of these along this way a little bit, and then it'll be nice and even and ready for everything else.
Even though there's only one row of tiles so far, having that pop of orange off the terracotta against the blue sky, it never gets old.
So those of you out there with an eagle eye are going to have seen that the first row of tiles we're putting on isn't actually what we're going to have as the first row of tiles on the roof. We're having to do things a little bit topsy-turvy here because we're expecting a lot of rain next week. So we're trying to get ahead of it by getting as many tiles down as possible. But we actually still need to build up the rest of the walls around the edge of the building to support the overhang. So we will be adding another row of tiles on the front and the back at the eaves level at a later date once we've built up all the wall underneath. So one good thing that is making for a quick and easy installation of these tiles is that they have a staggered design, so you kind of fit two interlocking over side. On the next row up, the next tile fits over that lap over of the two below, sorry. So unlike on the kind of curved and flat atlas tiles that you see, where you have to keep a straight line all the way down, don't really have to worry about this here, because the way they interlock, they kind of keep each other straight, which is a big positive. The only pitfall of this is that on the edges of the building, on the gables, we now have areas where it needs a half tile. You've got a couple of options here. You can either cut the tile, which we really want to avoid because I've seen it done badly so many times. I don't like the finish on the edge. Or you can buy specific half tiles and finishing tiles from the manufacturer that just fit in perfectly with a nice crisp edge. That's the option we're going for. However, you have to get them specially on order, and we're still waiting for ours. So for the moment, we're just kind of having a staggered design on the edge, and then as soon as these other bits come in, we'll get them fitted. I have to say, it's very satisfying to see a sea of orange up on this roof again. Also, look at this one. Last time, could barely get off her hands and knees up here on the roof. This time, just walking around. Good for you. Hey, we got a new roof. We got a new roof. What do you reckon, Pop? What do you reckon? New roof? Oh, you've got so much mud on your face.
She's so floppy.
I know.
Oh, Pop.
Go on then. Go back to digging your hole.
No.
Get some dinner. Come on in. Although the front's not completely finished yet, with the edges not finished, definitely feels like we can breathe a sigh of relief a little bit, because with all these walls being so wonky on this building, we measured so meticulously to try and figure everything out, to distribute the overhangs, to try and balance and even everything out. But obviously before, it was kind of using a spirit level, trying to measure things. We couldn't really actually see it for ourselves. But now we've got this edge, you can really see where the overhang is going to be, and we know that all that painstaking measuring we did was all well worth it.
Are we good?
We're good. No shunt necessary.
Shunt free.
Since 2023.
Slightly miscounted and need a couple of extra packs, but we're nearly there. But we are rapidly running out of daylight. The final tile.
Give it here. Oh.
It's been challenging doing this roof at times, and it would definitely have been the easier option to choose those insulated panels, but I'm so pleased that we persevered and we went for the terracotta, because seeing it all up here, it just looks so good. Nothing comes close to the real deal.